Clark is our guest. Anna, welcome Big 550 KTRS.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm glad to be here.
We talked to you when I was filling in for Jim Bohannon, and I'm going to start at the end. Where is the Flint water situation now? If you live in Flint, can you turn on your faucet and get clean water?
Well, if you live in Flint, you're hearing a lot of different things, and it's honestly still kind of confusing. Most people are either drinking their tap water with a lead-certified filter, or they're still relying on bottled water. And this is partly because the infrastructure in Flint, all those pipes that got corroded, those are still in the process of being replaced, and that won't be complete for another year or two. How
much is that going to cost to change out all of the pipes to correct pipes?
It's a lot of money, and it's being paid by the state after a class action settlement. And it's actually it's expensive enough that this is part of the reason why cities all across the country that have lead pipes that are dangerous. Lead is toxic, we know that. But it's one of the reasons why we haven't, really generated the political will to get rid of them. It's expensive and it's complicated.
Yeah, this isn't just a Flint, Michigan story, Anna Clark. This is a story that is happening here in St. Louis. It's happening in local schools, local communities, rich communities, poor communities all across the country.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the consequence of just building our cities out of lead. Certainly our drinking water infrastructure, but also, of course, the lead paint that still remains in many of our buildings and homes. And also, we use leaded fuel for decades. I mean, the exhaust of that, the lead that spreads through the exhaust, didn't just disappear when we banned leaded fuel. I mean, that's still, the remains of that are still in our soil, in our ground, in our environment.
The book is called The Poison City. Anna Clark, our guest. What happened? How did this start?
Well, the city, under a state-appointed emergency manager, as mentioned, decided it was going to leave the Detroit water system that it had been serving it for about 50 years, and they were going to join a new water system that was still being built. And it decided that it was going to treat the Flint River water at its own city plant for a couple of years until that new system was built. And the problem was, partly because it was meant to be a temporary situation, the city plant didn't receive the upgrades it needed to treat the complexities of river water, and it did not treat it most significantly with corrosion control, which is what helps prevent the pipes from corroding and contaminating the water, and lead and other metals. And that was a violation of federal law.
Would it have been as simple as treating that water before it went through the pipes, and that would have solved the problem?
If the city plant had been gotten the upgrades, filters, it was staffed appropriately, and it had been treated with corrosion control, there might have been other challenges, financially and politically with going to the Flint River, but I don't think it would have been the public health crisis that it became.
Yeah. In terms of the damage it's done, is there any way to figure out, as of now, what damage has been done?
I mean, there's a lot of ways to measure that, right? I mean, like, most significantly, how did it affect their actual lives? What does it mean to be a generation of children, that this happens to? And for adults too. I mean, lead causes a lot of fertility issues, reproductive issues in adults. There are a lot of investigating what happened in Flint, but to a certain extent, we just got to kind of wait and see what happens. There are a number of recovery efforts, like working, to make sure that it's, the best case scenario for the people of Flint. That's great. But there are also other answers. I mean, what does this do to people's home values, especially given the infamy of Flint's water crisis? What does this do to people who've been working really hard to revitalize downtown? What does this do to, the state of Michigan and how, that has now spent a lot of money on not just recovery efforts in Flint, but also the legal side of this. It's because of the weirdness of the situation. The state is basically paying for both the prosecution and the defense of the Flint water crisis.
The book is called The Poison City, Flint's Water and the American Urban Tragedy. Anna Clark, our guest. The thing that is most sort of depressing about all of this is it true, Anna, that it really didn't come to light and the damage that was being done wasn't really known until Virginia Tech came in and started doing some tests?
Yeah, it's kind of a lesson, right? Like, how did Tech show up here? You know, like, Michigan's got great universities. What's up? The community organizers, like, you know, had been doing a lot of like their own independent research that was really important, really valid, and should have been taken seriously sooner. Before Virginia Tech got fully involved, there was also an individual EPA regulator in Chicago who also played a really important role in documenting the lead contamination at one particular home, and also detailing why the state tests were exploiting a lot of loopholes that made the water seem safer than it actually was. And then ultimately, the one that connected residents to Virginia Tech researchers who helped them conduct a statewide test that essentially was providing, you know, really important data about the state of the water in Flint that contradicted what the state was saying.
The book is called The Poison City. Anna Clark is the author. Anna, good luck with the book. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much.